Shwedeham aranim krutva pranavam cha uttara aranim dhyana nirmatana abhyasa dhevam pashye nigudavat. Devam pashye nigudavat. Devam means here Paramatma. Paramatma is also called as Dev in the Vedas. We all know that Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Sab kuch dene wala. That Paramatma is called as Dev because he gives us everything. He gives us the result of our karmas. He gives us the life. He gives us the human body. He gives us the sunlight, the moonlight, air, water, energy, everything in this universe. But we do not know that he gives us. That's why the shloka says, this is a Shwetashwataropanishad shloka. The Rishi says, Nigudavat. Nigud means he is chupava, he is hidden. We cannot see Paramatma, that Paramatma is giving sunlight. Sun is created by Paramatma, hence we are getting sunlight. But we have not seen that Paramatma has created the sun. We have not seen that Paramatma has created this universe. That's why he is hidden. We do not know what is Paramatma, who is Paramatma, where he resides, we do not know. But the Rishi says, Pashyema, it's possible that you can see him. It means you can realize him. It is possible. How it is possible? Swadeham aranim kritva. When you make your body swadeham, apne deh ko aranim kritva. Aranim is a type of a wood. In olden days, when the matchbox and lighters were not there, how they lit the fire? They lit the fire using the arani stick. It's a type of wood. They used to use chakmak pattar or arani, etc. Arani is a type of wood. So with that wood is highly inflammable. Means it is easily it catches fire. So they use that dried arani, that wood, to lit the fire. So what here Rishi says, Swadeham aranim kritva. When you make your body like that, when you put your body in tapasya and make your body like arani, highly explosive, highly inflammable, but it's not easy. The Rishi also is explaining in this shloka the method also. He says, Swadeham aranim kritva. Arani is one lakadi, one wood is there, but how it is possible with one wood you can create fire? You must have two objects to do the friction, right? So, Pranavam cha uttara aranim. The second arani, the first wood is your body, the second wood is Pranavam. What is Pranavam? Tasya vachaka pranava. Pranava is the vachak of Paramatma. Vachya, Ishwar, vachak, Pranava. Pranava is the name of Paramatma. Pranava means Om. So one of the wood is Om, the other wood is your body. What is Arani technique? I don't know if you have seen how they used to create fire in the olden days. If you have seen some documentary, you would have seen it. Or even I have seen in Discovery Channel where that guy, I forgot his name, very famous guy. He travels everywhere without any equipment. He just goes and lives in jungle for 3 months, 6 months, etc. So in one of the video he showed, he says that it's very cold here, I have to lit fire, but I don't have matchstick. So he will create a kind of arani. He will take a wood and make a small hole in the wood, and he will take another wood and keep one wood is here in the base, another wood he will, the second wood is like this. The first wood is like this, second wood is like this. So then he will do this activity. This is called as matna. He will do this swivel activity on the top wood. So here the Rishi says, Swadeham aranim kritva. Make one wood is your body, the other wood is Pranava. And do this swivel activity again and again and again. What happens? The base wood will start becoming black a little bit because of the heat, because of the friction. And after some time, when you put a dried leaf, immediately it will catch fire. Dried leaf or the nariyal ka jo chilka hai, when you put those things, it will immediately start catching fire because of the extreme heat created due to friction of the arani stick. So here the Rishi says, the fire is hidden in the wood. In the arani, the fire is hidden. It is not visible. But when you put in action, when you create friction, the fire will start emanating. Similarly, Paramatma is hidden everywhere. But how do you ignite that Paramatma? How do you manifest Paramatma inside you? By doing pranava. Pranava, what we must do? Dhyana nirmatana abhyasa. By doing abhyas. Abhyas means repeating again and again. Punaha punaha avriti karna. Not once. Every day morning, every day evening, whenever you find time, do pranava jap. Tat japa tadartha bhavanam. In the Yoga Sutra also, I have the Yoga Sutra here. In Yoga Sutra also, this sutra comes beautifully. What Patanjali Muni says? Tasya vachaka pranavaha, that Paramatma's name is Pranava. And tad japas tadartha bhavanam, uska artha aur bhavana ke saath jap karo. Tat jap karo. Jap means again and again repeating the name. And how? By sitting in dhyana avastha, by sitting calmly on the floor, or if you are having leg problem, you can sit in the chair, sitting calmly by closing the eyes, focusing on the name Om, and with the meaning, with the bhavana, we must repeat the name of the Paramatma again and again and again and again. Then what happens? Yoga Sutra says, Tataha pratyaka chetana adigamo api antara abhavascha, antaraya abhavascha. Tata pratyek chetana, by doing the name jap, pratyak chetana means we will get to know both the Jivatma and Paramatma. We are doing pranava jap, name jap, but what will happen as a result? You will also realize you are Jivatma, and you will also realize inside you is the Paramatma. The same concept is told in this Shwetashwataropanishad also. Dhyana nirmatana. Nirmatana means just like doing this swivel activity of the wood, right? Similarly, up and down, when you do the pranava jap, om jap, again and again with shraddha, with bhakti, then what happens? Pashyema nigudavat. Nigudavat means chipava. The hidden Paramatma will be seen by you because of your forceful and continuous and intense tapasya and action of Om Jap, name Jap. But that is not enough. See, understand, it's giving a hint only. The next shloka is also important. Next shloka is very, very important. Next shloka he says, Tileshu Tailam. Rishi says, Tileshu Tailam Dadiniva Sarpirapaha Strotaha Swaraneshu Chagnihi. 4 examples he gives. Tileshu Tailam. Til mein tel hota hai. In the til, in Tamil we say ellennai, nallennai. Inside the til there is tel, there is ennai, there is oil. Similarly, dadini iva sarpihi. Dadini means dahi. In the dahi, in the curd there is ghee. In the curd there is butter, and in the butter there is ghee, right? So that's what he says. Dadini iva sarpirapaha. Then sarpi means ghee, and apaha strotaha. Apaha, where is water? Where is water in this world? The water is in your ground. You all dig well, right? We all put bore well, etc. So water is inside the bhumi. Sarpirapaha. And then Aranishu Agnihi. Arani, the previous shloka says about Arani, right? Arani wood. Aranishu Agni, inside the Arani there is Agni. So if you want to lit the fire, do Arani activity. But then till is there. The seeds are there, the oil is not visible. You have to work on the seeds. Similarly, you have to dig the well. Similarly, you have to refine the milk to curd, and curd to butter, and butter to ghee. Similarly, Agnihi, Aranishu Agni, you must work, you must do the swiveling activity. Then only the Agni will come. So similarly, just mere name jap is also important, but along with the name jap, here Rishi is advising most important 2 things. Evam Atmana Atmani, the oil is inside the seed. Paramatma is not anywhere else. Paramatma is inside Atma, inside yourself. Atmam Atmani Grihate. Paramatma is visible inside our Atma. How he is visible? How he can be made visible? Satyena tapasa yo anupashyati. That Paramatma, tapasya, one of the meaning of tapasya is also pranava jap. And another meaning of tapasya, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati beautifully writes in Sanskara Vidhi, in this book Sanskara Vidhi, Maharishi writes that tapasya means when you follow Vedic dharma in your life, there will be lot of problems that will come to your life, in your life. Because of the fear of the problems, if you leave dharma, then you are not a tapasvi. But if because of even with the problems also you are still following Vedic dharma, then you become a tapasvi. So the struggles what we undertake in our life to follow Vedic dharma is called as tapasya. And tapasya se or satya se adibir gatrani shuddhyati satyena manasa. The mind is purified by not water. Mind cannot be purified by water. Manu Bhagwan says, mind is purified by truth. What is truth? Listening the truth, speaking the truth, adopting the truth in the life. By adopting the truth, your mind gets purified. That's what here Rishi says. By truth and by tapasya, anupashya. After adopting the truth and tapasya, including the pranava jap, including the om jap, the invisible Paramatma becomes visible. The Paramatma who is invisible, just like oil is invisible inside the seed, just like water is invisible in the bhumi, just like ghee is invisible in the curd, just like Agni is invisible inside the Arani. Similarly, Paramatma is invisible inside you, but Paramatma will become visible by truth and by tapasya. But not once, bar. Today I do tapasya and leave it. No, not okay. Every day, continuously repeat. Asakrito avriti upadesha. Similarly, upadesha also we must listen 100 times. Like, the same concept I have told in my previous videos, right? But 100 times, 1000 times, 10,000 times you must listen. I must also repeat again and again for myself. I am not a tapasvi, but I am trying to become a tapasvi. Similarly, you are not a tapasvi. You might try to become a tapasvi. For you to become tapasvi, abhyas karna hai. Punah. Abhyas means again and again. Try to do tapasya. Try to do name jap. Try to speak the truth. Don't deviate the path of Vedic dharma as much as possible. Of course, it's not easy. Every day we will deviate. The moment you have deviated, come back again. Follow it. And when at one stage when you again and again do this, activity of swirling the top wood, at one stage the bottom wood will get into, fire. Similarly, at one stage, by doing this repeated action again and again, when you become perfect, when the perfect situation arises, the Paramatma who is hidden inside us will become visible. See, remember, Paramatma will not be visible on the Murti. 10,000 times you go to temple and worship Paramatma in the Murti, he will never be visible. Paramatma will not be visible outside at all. He is visible inside in the Jivatma. So that's why Murti Puja is against the Upanishads. Murti Puja is against the Vedas. Murti Puja is against the Vedic Dharma. Because it's all external. What we must do is focus internal. Tapasya is internal, not external. External tapasya is very limited. Internal tapasya, internal fight is more. Every day we are having Mahabharata inside, right? Outside Mahabharata happens once in 5,000 years or 10,000 years, 100,000 years. Inside Mahabharata, every day, morning, evening, afternoon, we are having Mahabharata, we are having war. Our mind is telling, do this Kam, Krodh, Madlobh, Ahankar, but we are trying to, restrict it. We are doing Mahabharata inside. So, the war is inside. Similar, we must win the war internally to see the Paramatma inside, not externally. Paramatma is not visible outside. So this is extremely important. And lastly, in the same Upanishad, first chapter, last shloka, Tapo Moolam Tad Brahma Upanishad Param Iti. Just like, Paramatma, if you take a bowl of milk, inside the bowl of milk, the ghee is already present, but it's not visible. Similarly, inside this universe, Paramatma is always omnipresent, but it's not visible. By doing tapasya, by doing Atma Vidya, by learning Atma Vidya from Acharya, by doing tapasya, tapo moolam, when we do tapasya, then Paramatma becomes visible, and that is called as Parabrahma Upanishad. Param Brahma Upanishad. You see, दूध के कण कण में जैसे घृत व्याप्त है, just like the ghee is omnipresent inside the दूध, इसी प्रकार सर्वव्यापी परमात्मा को जानकर आत्मविद्या और तप से Similarly, the Paramatma, how do we realize Paramatma? By Atma Vidya and Tapasya. Atma Vidya means learning Brahma Vidya from Acharya, learning Ashtanga Yoga Abhyas from Acharya, listening to Yajna, listening to Vedas is Atma Vidya. Not only learning by adopting, and also by doing tapasya, adopting Param Brahm, Use Jan Lena, by adopting what will happen? We will understand Paramatma, and that is called as Parama Brahma Upanishad. This is the aim of your life, Parama Brahma Upanishad. Parabrahma ko पाना ही पड़ेगा. That is our aim of our life. But Parabrahma, realize Parabrahma is not easy. For realizing Parabrahma, we must do tapasya, we must adopt the truth, we must listen to Atma Vidya, we must go to Acharya, we must do Pranava Jap, we must do Swadhyaya, we must do Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Aparigraha, everything. And this is called as Parama Brahma Upanishad, Rishi says. Such a wonderful, Upanishad, Shwetashwataropanishad. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.